Hello, everybody. Every now and then, your mind goes back to when you were a little girl. And I can remember this incident as it happened yesterday. It happened with me and my sister right next to me, older than I. We were on our way from school one day, and we had to cross these railroad tracks to get home. She had gotten a new pair of shoes, which we called back in the day Brogans. Some years later, I believe they were called Sally Walkers. So, as we began to cross the tracks to get home, her new shoe got caught in the railroad track in that groove where when you throw that latch to change the direction of the train, that's where her foot got caught. And there was a train coming, and I kept telling her, pull your foot out of the track, pull your foot out of the track. She was like, I can't, I'm trying. And as the train were close approaching, I kept screaming, pull your foot out of the track. She kept saying, I can't. So I dropped what I had and I began to pull her foot from the track. I was pulling and pulling. It was lodged in there, in that shoe. And as I was pulling her foot, I was able to look up and look at the conductor. I looked him in his eyes, and he was looking at me in my eyes as I was trying to pull my sister's foot free. I could remember that day saying to myself that I was not going to let anything happen to my sister. If my sister died that day, I would die with her. And I kept looking at that man in his eyes and pulling, trying to pull her foot free from being lodged in between that track. Finally, I was able to pull her foot free, and that train was about 6 to 10 feet from us. And that man showed no kind of concern. He wasn't yelling, saying, get away from there. He wasn't doing anything. He didn't even slow the train down. Now, thinking today, when that incident came back to my mind, I began to think that was my first encounter of racism staring me right in my face. And I was about 7 years of age. Years later, I began to think about it. It fell on my mind, and the thought that particular time was, I wonder what my mother would have felt if she had lost 2 of her children that day. It broke my heart. It broke my heart. For some reason today, that memory came back to my mind. And we see racism is prevalent today. But yet, There is love in the midst of it. The question is, what are we going to do? Are we going to pull and pull and fight and fight and fight till we pull free of that? Or are we going to stay in it and get swallowed up by it? I go for the former. Hey, you guys have a wonderful day. Remember, I love you, but God loved you first. Bye.